Hello, everyone. This video is to help you understand the allocation process of retail buying and merchandising. Okay, allocation is part of the job. Buyers work hand in hand with planning and allocation, depending on the company. Some companies have a planning and allocation department. If you're a small organization, or if you're the buyer and the owner of the store locations, you will be responsible for allocating the merchandise. Let's just say you're a small boutique store that has 3 locations. You'll be responsible for allocating the merchandise. All right, allocation goes back to the 5 rights of merchandising, the right place. So as a buyer, not only do you have to choose the right merchandise, but you also have to choose the right location. So this is what the allocation portion of the buying project, you will decide as a team the right locations to sell the merchandise. So I put together this example. Let's just say, according to trend forecasting reports, animal print is going to be the hot print for fall, winter, spring, summer. So I contacted my vendor and I asked the vendor, what animal print styles they had available that would fit my target customer. So these are the 3 styles that I have settled on, and I have modified the purchase order a little bit just so I could fit everything into one frame. All right, so let's just say I ordered these 3 hats from the vendor. Hat number 1 is like a baseball style animal print. Style number 2 is like a bucket hat animal print. And then style number 3 is like a fedora animal print. Okay, let's just say after I've priced my merchandise using my pricing strategy and using my markup, the hat number 1 comes to $29.99 final selling price. Hat number 2 comes to, will sell in the stores for $39.99. And then hat number 3, with my markup and my wholesale costs, this hat will be final priced at $59.99. So guys, you want to make sure your final selling price goes here. And remember, these will be the prices that your customers will pay at retail. All right, so let's just say hat number 1, which will be the fedora style animal print. I only bought 6 units at $59.99. Hat number 2, which will be this hat, the $29.99 hat. I purchased this hat. I purchased 24 units of this hat because this is a more basic everyday style. And then hat number 3, I purchased 12 units from the vendor. And again, this is going to be priced at $39.99. So once again, guys, the pricing, the units will go under units ordered. So the units will go here. So these are the 3 components, guys, that you will need in order to effectively allocate your units. You need to look at the style of the hat that you purchased, the silhouette. You need to look at the units you ordered per hat. And you also need to look at the selling price. Look at the selling price of the hat. So now we're ready to allocate our units. So for this part of the project, you're going to analyze your units manually. Okay, so we already know door A of our store clusters. This is a freestanding store, and this personality, this store's demographic is a high-end trendy customer, but this store doesn't do a high volume in sales. Our B cluster is like a suburban conservative customer in the mall. This is our B customer. And then our C customer is the online boutique, the online store. And this customer likes more affordably priced merchandise. according to the store demographics. So again, read the demographics carefully and match your hat to the demographic of the customer, because remember guys, once again, just buying the hat, that's not enough. In order to ensure sales, you've got to make sure your hat is in the location that matches the customer's personality, the store personality of the customer. Okay, so let's take hat number one. Hat number one, we bought 6 units. And again, this is our fedora style hat. This hat is priced at $59.99. So we want to look at more of our freestanding store for this hat. Remember, this is our trendy customer. This customer loves a more trendy style hat. They like to pay higher prices. And, but again, remember the volume is lower. So that is why I only ordered 6 units of this hat. So I have 6 units total of the $59.99 fedora hat. So let's do this. Again, we are manually allocating the hats. So let's put 3 hats in our freestanding store, because again, this is the customer that likes a trendier look. And this is a higher priced hat out of the 3. So this customer is okay with paying higher prices for the merchandise. You know what? Let me change that. We bought 6 hats, so let me give 4 to the freestanding store. And our mall store, I'm only going to give them 1 hat because this customer is more conservative and they like more moderate prices. This hat is moderate. It is a moderate hat. It's not quite $60. So I'll give this hat, this door, the mall store, 1 hat. And then our online customers, they typically shop more affordably priced. And so let's just give them 1 hat as well. And that will be the 6 hats, 4, 5, 6. Again, you are manually allocating the hat units. And sometimes, you know, as a buyer, you get it wrong. You know, sometimes you get it wrong. Like as I'm sitting here looking at this, I'm thinking maybe I should have given the mall store 2 hats because this is a moderate priced hat. You know what? Let's do that. So I'm changing my mind. And again, you may change your mind as well. So I'm going to give the freestanding store 3 hats. I'm going to give the mall 2 hats because this is a moderately priced hat, although it is slightly higher. And then I'll give the online customer 1 hat because again, this customer likes more affordably priced merchandise. Typically under $50 is affordably priced. Okay, so let's now go to hat number 2. Hat number 2 is the $29.99 hat, and that is our baseball cap looking type of style. So automatically we're going to think about the online customer. We have a lot of units in this hat, 24 units. This hat is $29.99, which is a good price for the online store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them, I have 24 hats. So I'm going to give them half of the units. No, maybe a little bit more than half. I will give them 18 of these hats. And I'm going to give the mall the rest of the units. So that will be what, even though I teach math, I'm not that great at math. Minus 18. So that'll be 6 hats, I thought. So I'm going to give door B, the mall customer, 6 of these hats. And then I am not going to put any of these in the flagship store because this hat does not suit the flagship customer, freestanding store customer. If this customer wants this hat, they will probably more than likely go online to look at it. All right, and then our last hat, hat number 3, is our bucket hat, $39.99. So this is very moderate. Again, I am not going to give the freestanding store any of these units. And I'm going to give 6 hats to the mall and 6 hats to online. Okay, so there is my units. All right, so next step, you want to total your units. So the freestanding store of this only has 3 units so far. This store, let's do an auto sum. The mall is going to get a total of 14 units, and then the online store, auto sum, is going to get a total of 25 units. All right, so now guys, I want to do my percentages. What is the percentage of the breakdown? So we're going to need this number, the 42, because that is how many hats that we've purchased. So 42 hats in total for this small order. And we have allocated 3 to the freestanding store, 14 again to the mall, and 25 of the units to the online boutique. All right. So how we're going to allocate these units is going to be equals 3 hats total are going to the freestanding store divided by 42 units total, which means, sorry, let's do that again. I'm just going to do a quick calculation here. 3 hats divided by 42 units total. And then we want to make sure this is percentages shown to 1 decimal space. So 7.1 units are going, 7.1 of our units are going here. So let's type in the allocation of the unit. 7.1% of our hats are going here. So 7.1 is the percentage of the units going here. All right, let's do the next one. Equals 14 of the hats purchased for the mall store divided by 42. So that's 33.3% of our hat units are going here. 33.3. All right, and then here, oh, I'm sorry, the number disappeared. Oh, the number disappeared. Here, the auto sum. Okay, why aren't we auto summing? Okay, equals sum. Sometimes you have to use a different 1 plus 18. Sorry, I did that wrong. Auto sum equals sum 1, 18, 6, close parentheses. Enter, I did that wrong, 25. I don't know what happened. So that equals 25 of the hats divided by 42 is 59.5% of our hat buy is going to the online store. So I'm just going to highlight this in red. Okay, so that is how we decide, how we decided the breakdown of the percentage of our allocated units. So right now, realistically, what's going on in the middle of the pandemic, more stores are reporting online sales than ever before. The last time I checked, it was like up to most stores were experiencing a 40% increase in sales. So you would use that as a guide realistically in the business world. So we want to make sure at least 40% of our units are going to the online. And you can see here that we did 59.5% of our inventory is going to the online store because that is where customers are right now. They're shopping online. 33.3% of customers are under 40% are going to the mall. So we did allocate 33.3% to the mall, and then our freestanding store is not getting that much in sales right now, but again, that hat fits our store customer personality a little better. So 7.1% we're going to allocate to the freestanding store right now. So that is how you break down the allocation of the units. Okay, best of luck. And again, this is all just you and your you matching the hat style units to the door personality. It's all like a free thought process. Speak to your team, work together as a team, think about it logically, strategically. Where is the best place to place this hat where it would get the maximized sales? Okay, best of luck.